Yo, Cassidy. And by the way, I'm being very gentle. I don't want to because I want him to see something like this. Fuck nigga, academics dissing me. I love Cassidy. I think he's a legend. But Cassidy, I'm gonna be honest with you. You're like the payoff for you these days is like people always thought that you would be the nicest at battle rap. So you're a celebrity battle rapper and you're winning that way. Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. These rappers now, they're they they make better songs on a throwaway than your biggest songs. You get me? And we don't gotta have that discussion of why your biggest songs was big, blah blah. It's a lot of labels and all that shit happening. You had R. Kelly on song, cool. What I'm trying to say is that like listen to your rapping these days seems like a chore. I'm like, I'm just listen, just listen to me. Just like he's trying to fit so much fucking words in a fucking bar, and I'm like, bro, that's cool if it's some nostalgia shit, but it's 2020 fucking one.
Front, it's straight skunk in this backwood. Gentrification is white people moving in the black hood. This guy could get his shit gentrified, crack his noggin to the
Gentrification is white people moving in the black hoods. He could get his shit bro. What the fuck is this nigga Cassidy talking about, bro?
white meat and tap his pockets like fat should. You cats should pay homage, I'm your inspiration. I'm authentic, but y'all gimmicks.
Hold on. Oh, I don't know what happened. Somebody say, yo, IQ trash
Imitation.
Cassidy's album. I'm gonna be honest with you. And let me just say this. Straight up. Okay, this is a part for y'all YouTube niggas. You'll get this. How great could you be if you can't adjust to the times? I don't think Michael Jordan could be the GOAT if Michael Jordan was in this era and he couldn't adjust to the new rules. He couldn't adjust to the fact that people shoot a lot more three-pointers. It's a lot less physical. It's a lot of other shit. The shit has evolved. What the fuck is going on? That's my mama. Let me tell her I'm sending her to Jamaica tomorrow, so I'm on stream. Need something? All right. That's Mama Tom. I'm sorry. She's going to Jamaica in the morning, and she's going on a nice vacation. I'm on work hard. Anyway, back to what I'm saying. Just let me tell you this. And Cassidy's a legend, but also I like when people say, "Yo, you're trashing Lloyd Banks' album or you're criticizing Cassidy." How could you criticize what he just dropped if you think he a legend, bro? There's the legends, which means you were great within your time and you're worthy of being mentioned when that time is thought of. And then there are people that transcend that. The greatest. When we talk about people who are the greatest, like people talk about MJ and they think, yo, how would MJ be in this era? And by the way, everybody who thinks Michael Jordan's the greatest says, hey, Michael Jordan wouldn't be as skinny as he was back then. Nowadays, it's a lot about conditioning. Look at LeBron James. He spends $1 million on his body, working out this and third. A lot of players, they put on some mass that they could have some weight. Jordan was skinny for a lot of his career. People, because they think Michael Jordan's the fucking greatest, we look at Michael Jordan like if he was playing now, he wouldn't be just lanky. He would have a little weight on him for some of the things he used to be good at. And to be good at it now, you would have to have a little weight on you, right? And that's all I'm really trying to say in terms of when y'all are giving all these people credit that have had great careers, but when they now put out music and it's antiquated, like put it like this, and my criticism about Lloyd Banks' album, if Lloyd Banks could only rap over certain beats that were really popping and relevant during a certain period, how great is he? One thing I could always give Jay-Z, I could give Hove credit for, Jay-Z has rapped on rock beats, boom bap shit, 808 shit. He's rapped on shit that was mostly meant for some chopped and screw shit, LA type or West Coast beats. He's adjusted and showed his talent by adjusting with it. Y'all are telling me I'm listening to, like, no disrespect to Lloyd Banks, but I'm listening to Lloyd Banks. He sounds like he's trying to create an album for 2003. Bro, we're in 2021. If you're that dope of a rapper, why can't you adjust to the times? Why are you making a time like a outdate? You got to use an outdated type beat with the same style. I seen Jay-Z try to reinvent his style as the time progressed. Why do we act like hip hop is just the same thing? Bro, in basketball at one point, certain people couldn't dunk. Like it was banned for dunking. Or maybe it was the ABA or whatever. The rules that changed. They changed rules for Shaq. They changed and for Shaq to for example, it's evaded me. As the NBA was evolving, they would make new rules or whatever, and then the players had to adjust. If I was a guy who I own, even better example. If you were let's go to baseball. If you were only good in baseball before they allowed black people to play baseball, how good are you really? Let's say you were the best ever before they allowed black people to play baseball. Then the next year they allow black people to play baseball and you're just average. Are you one of the fucking goats or what? No. Part of being the greatest is adjusting. Part of being the greatest is being able to be relevant, be able to compete no matter what the changes of your industry is. Put it like this. They just made a new rule in the NBA. James Harden, he one of them niggas who love he gets to the free throw line, foul line a lot. Him, Russell Westbrook, and Chris Paul does a good amount too. They do this move where somebody kind of jumps for their pump fake and they jump into the defender and they draw a foul, or they do these other things that draw fouls and they get to the free throw line. They're changing that rule this summer. Now, imagine next season comes, and because that rule pretty much nullifies what they were, what was helping their progress before, if those players are trash afterwards, they weren't that good. That's all I'm saying. If you can't change with the times, and you don't have to be rapping on whatever, I'm just saying, I could tell when I was listening to Lloyd Banks' album, he was looking to find beats that was 2003 ready. Bro, we're in 2021. Update your sound. Update your style. What, are you scared? How great could you be? If you can't adjust to other eras, the greats, the best, will be good and will be at the top no matter what the changes are. Cassidy still rapping like it's 2004. Tory just got on the song and just danced all over you. He's swagging, he doing all that type of shit. He dissing you. What, you gonna go back on some, you gonna get back on some 2004 shit? That's all I was saying about a lot of these older rappers. Jay-Z's one of them, and that's why he is the greatest. Or he's one of the greatest. We all know Drake's the greatest. Come on now. But with Jay-Z, he was rapping in the 90s, Reasonable Doubt. I want my presidents to represent me. Brooklyn's finest, he's rapping with Biggie. When it gets to about 2004, 2005, 2006, that nigga rapping he rapping on songs with Young Jeezy. The South started taking over. He started rapping on songs with Young Jeezy. It is what it is, bro. If you only good at, it's like saying if you only good at shooting 3-pointers, but you were never good at nothing else in the game, how could you be the greatest? This kind of epitomizes to me why some of these niggas, they're time trapped. With all due respect to Cassidy, bro, we're only going to mention your name when we think about a certain era. because after that era, you were ineffective. After that era, you went to battle rap, brother. Like, you couldn't, like, you had a name, you had a brand, but you could not make a song to save your life because that style, that sound was over with. So then you use your brand to go to battle rap. You didn't keep making music and dropping hits. That's the facts. You got to adjust with the times, and you don't have to be beholden to it. But you should know, like, the greats figure out what works. I believe when Andre 3000 said, "Hey, listen, I don't want to be the 40-year-old dude rapping." I think maybe he didn't want to challenge himself like that. Like, what he was doing was working and was great during his time, but shit, as he got older and new shit was coming in, there was niggas in Atlanta, Lil Jon is going on, all this other shit. He didn't want to, like, you know, continue to figure out his space, even though I thought he had a really unique space. And he said, fuck it, he ain't gonna put out music. That's his thing. But when I'm hearing Cassidy, like listen, like literally listen to this song, bro. Bro, like, if you never heard this song and I told you this got put out in 2021, you're like, you're lying.
And then Will Pop, Jaden Smith. You ain't never use a razor to shave a brick and use a Pyrex to make it stretch.
This, just talking about what Tory said about him, horrible. Mark my words. If I'm wrong, I'll be down here. I'll be right here to talk about it. All right. Anyway, let's move on beyond that.